Roccwell, who we're talking to here, just came out with an album, Still Lovin BoomBap.
Yes, sir.
Um, you've got QNC, Craig G, M. Dot, Rusty
So,
Jux, Revelation. Why don't you tell us how you came up with the idea for this project, how you worked with these artists?
yeah, I did several singles a few years ago. For example, with Rusty Jux, Joe Pesci from Staten Island, with Born Unique, and some other MCs. And I just felt like doing singles all the time. I mean, like streaming wise, a lot of artists only do like singles. But for me, it felt like a natural step to go from singles to a whole album. And actually, the whole album is like a compilation of different tracks. It's also natural because the distance to many artists I work with is really long, you know. Some of them, like Mike M. Dot or Will Deluxe, they come to Germany when they are on tour, and then we can hook up and go to the studio and record something or do a video. But with many other artists, it's like the classical internet connection as it is nowadays. But I think with the whole album, I I managed to compile many different tracks, and it has not like feeling of a mixtape. I thought um, it's really it's an entity, it's an album, but actually it's like different singles or tracks with different MCs from all over the states mostly, and I prefer working with American MCs as it's the rap I grew up with. I grew up with the 90s Wu Tang and everything, the mid 90s sound, and that was what I was listening to all the time and where I have my records from. And I'm still a big fan, and I think nowadays every week dope boom bap albums or singles are released, like the new track from M Dot with Pete Rock, The Atonement, for example. And there are numerous beat makers and rappers that still release really dope shit. And yeah, that's why I still want to work with rather American MCs than with German MCs. I plan that for the future as well because the scene here in Germany is really huge. We have really a lot of skilled MCs, but um, I mean, it's I think the same in the states. Like what's in the mainstream is more like trap sound or something like something else. I don't really know what they call it because I stick to my classic boom bap sound because that's what I like. Yeah, and I will just continue doing that sound. And it's just for the people like I think mostly like 30 plus people that grew up with the 90s sound. They can expect that from me. They don't expect anything fancy. Uh, Still loving boom bap. They get what the title says actually. So, but that's what I'm sticking to for the future as well. Working on other projects now with this German producer team Soul Brother. They released many dope tracks with Craig G and with numerous dope underground MCs. And we formed a group called Soul Rocker, the Soul Brother and Roccwell. And we already have like 6 tracks of a new album. And then I'm trying to put an EP together, maybe 3 or 4 tracks with one MC where I choose the beats and say, here's the package. Normally it was for the album, it was like I sent out beat packages, and then as it is normally, somebody says, I like this beat, I like that beat, and then we do a track. But I want to do it the other way around. Put a package together with beats and say, that's for me the EP, and I want to find an MC who picks the complete package, and then maybe do a concept album theme wise as well. Because it's always when MC picks the beat, um, he's free to rap whatever he wants to, because I think it's it frees the mind as well. I mean, you're more motivated. You're feeling the beat, and when you rap about what comes to your mind when you hear the beat, the outcome will be better. So I don't say, okay, that's the beat, rap about this, for example, because if it's a dark beat, I mean, good MCs, they know they won't rap about like happy holidays over a dark sample, for example.
Right, right.
So, I mean, skilled MCs, they know what to do, and I give them the freedom to rap about what they. I mean, there was like with one MC, I won't say any names, but I wasn't really happy with the outcome because it was not a. It was harder than normal battle lyrics, like I murder you verbally or things like that. It's like common, common in rap. But that was a little bit too crazy for me, and then we skipped that track. So, but that was it's very rare. Normally, if it's you can, I mean, it's a process. You could say, could you maybe like do something here? And he says, yeah, could you do this in the arrangement? It complements the lyrics. That's a normal process. So I think this is yeah, and it's pretty easy even over the internet. I mean, you can Skype and everything like that. So
You
that's
can IG chat live.
yes, yeah, that's crazy. It's the first time, and
Cool.
I tried to put my logo in the back of the other screen because I'm sitting in front of my girlfriend's laptop, trying to get my logo right in the back, but it's not. Oh wait, I tried to get it again. Yeah, but never did that before. But yeah, now it's there. But you got to learn.
Yeah, there
So
you go.
yeah, it's a pretty cool opportunity to reach the people in the States as well. Yeah, thanks a lot again. And I have to say props again to the whole EMS and online music team because Mike, MDOT, Revelation, Core, and you have always been supported big time. And I will always support you as well because you're really good guys. That's first and foremost. And I think this is a really important point when it comes to making music because there are a lot of people that are not really supportive and not good people sometimes, you know. You know how it is.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, we try to represent, as Clash Clay says, we try to represent all across the globe, and so that people know us as we're the type of artists that people want to work with and be around, and good energy. And shout
Yeah.
outs to Mayhem of EMS. He's up in the chat right now. Shout outs to Soul Infected.